Reciprocal, you can kiss my foot. Mr. Rickard, you're out of order.
FBI, we are asking you to investigate this council. Please look into this council, how they award contracts, the bid process, how they use their positions to benefit their friends and themselves, how they use their positions to attack residents and critics and neighbors and business competition. FBI, will you please look into this?
And I welcome the FBI here. If you notice, Mr. Thompson, with his plea for the FBI and his watchdog group, this city runs the cleanest in this whole county. I guarantee
He was served a federal subpoena this morning.
We did receive a subpoena this morning, and we're going to cooperate 100% with the subpoena. And
most of you who were involved up here, you gaslighted me. You tried to say I was crazy. And now we know that that's not true. And there's a lot of other issues I've been asking about as well.
Well, it is happening. The official recall Mayor Mark Sheldon is underway. The recall committee, I'll introduce you to, they have 30 days to collect the signatures from 10% of the voters in Panama City Beach. And the grounds for the recall is malfeasance. All right. And I'll explain this to you. It's all laid out in statute. It's a historic thing. Mayor Sheldon is the first mayor in Panama City Beach to face recall. I believe the first elected official in the whole county. I can't remember any others. The recall statute has been revamped a little bit over the past few years. And by the end of this broadcast, you'll understand it better. But it kicked off on Sunday. And guess where it kicked off? At Popeye Park. That's where it kicked off. That is the boat launching area for the residents of the Lowwater subdivision that the city stole and slandered the deed and built a park over. The city, by the way, I do not believe, because I've asked for public records on this, I don't believe they got any permits. They didn't have an engineer. They just laid concrete and wired electronic lights with no engineer. We'll find out what else. But this also comes into play because they need to own a part of the Lowwater subdivision in order to build the outfall project. That's where it kicked off. There is a Facebook page. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the Facebook page. Recall PCB Mayor Mark Sheldon. So that's where you can go and like the page and follow the page and get all the information that I'm telling you. There's an email to, you're going to know everything by the end of this broadcast. I'm going to show you Mayor Sheldon's face when he was told at the meeting that there is a recall effort underway. I think you'll find that interesting. And I'll show that to you right after a word from our sponsor. It's a hot time in Florida, and my friend Ryan could make sure your air conditioning is running at peak efficiency. He could even install a new one, built to a higher standard, American standard. Find out more at pcairrepair.com. So at the last meeting in Panama City Beach, the recall committee chairman, whose name is Kurt Anderson, he went up and notified the mayor that this is underway. Before I show this to you, I want to encourage you, because I don't know what Facebook's up to with its algorithms. I know this. There is an official recall, historic event underway for a mayor of Panama City Beach, an official recall petition. They already have, 100 signatures. They need 10% of the voters, which is just under 1,400 within 30 days. And the news outlets have ignored it. Now, WJHG What excuse do you have? This is an official recall that has started. WMBB, what excuse do you have? News Herald, what excuse do you have? An official recall is underway, and you all who are public-private partners with Mayor Sheldon, who knows how much the guy spends in advertising with your parent companies, because he gets $1.5 million a year from the TDC to put on the concerts. By the way, I don't know the answer to this. I've been asked this a few times now. I'm getting messages from people who are waiting for their Gulf Coast Jam refunds. If you don't know this, Mayor Mark Sheldon owns Gulf Coast Jam. All right. It's put on by PCB Entertainment LLC. And PCB Entertainment LLC gets a boatload of money from the Tourist Development Council. They sponsor it, I think $350,000 a year. And they also pay for advertising, which I think is about the same amount, close to the same amount. And people have filed for their refunds because he canceled Gulf Coast Jam. Oh, yes, you did, Mayor Sheldon. Right now, the mayor's saying, no, the only person who can cancel it is the city manager. Drew Whitman decided that it was unsafe because of COVID. And he's the one who canceled Gulf Coast Jam. Only he can do it. Are you trying to convince me or yourself? Mayor Sheldon, we know what you do to city managers and to city clerks who don't do everything you tell them to do. There is no way in hell Drew Whitman, the new city manager that you guys brought on, you're going to get in trouble for that one too. But anyway, there's no way he's going to do anything contrary to what you tell him to do. Nobody believes that he canceled that event without your approval or without you asking him to do it. That's why you're going to be recalled, by the way. Those are the grounds. It has to do with that stuff. So since we know the news outlets, isn't that discouraging to know that the local news outlets are public-private partners with the guy who's going to be recalled? Is that not discouraging? You talk about journalistic malpractice. All right. So if you would help me get the word out, what I'm going to show you is real. It's true. I'll show you the documents. And that's YouTube. I'm also on YouTube, by the way. It's right here. Facebook. So I hope that you will share and tag, because this is going to be a good one. If you want him to be recalled and you need people from Panama City Beach who are voters to know about it, let's get into it. This was Mayor Mark Sheldon when he was notified at the last meeting last week.
But I need to make a statement today. After this announcement, I, as a representative of concerned Panama City Beach residents, will be filing with the city clerk a recall effort on Mayor Sheldon. Specifically, voters in the city of Panama City Beach exercise our authority under Florida Statute 100.361 to recall Mayor Mark Sheldon on the grounds of malfeasance. 1. Sheldon owns R&M Entertainment. 2. R&M presents the annual San Jan Music Festival in Panama City Beach. 3. On November 12, 2020, the city entered a 5-year facility use contract on city property with Mayor Sheldon through R&M. 4. Sheldon owns PCB Entertainment LLC. 5. PCB Entertainment LLC presents the annual Gulf Coast Jam Music Festival on city property. 6. The Tourist Development Council awards more than $1 million annually to Sheldon's companies to promote and sponsor Gulf Coast Jam and Sand Jam. 7. Sheldon has abstained from voting on agenda items 5 times because of conflicts arising from his private interest in these lucrative contracts. Florida Statute 112.313, paragraph 7 prohibits elected officers from maintaining or holding any employment or contractual relationship that creates a continuing or frequently recurring conflict between their private interests and the performance of their public duties. For the above stated reasons, Panama City Beach voters hereby recall Sheldon from the office of mayor.
All right, those were all the usual suspects in that picture. You had City Attorney Cole Son Davis, who's the Assistant City Attorney for Panama City Beach. The lead senior city attorney, Amy Whiteout Myers, was not at that front desk during that meeting. She was not part of that meeting. She was sitting in the back row. She's the attorney who gave the FBI in January her legal notes that showed that she knew that Popeye Park was private. In those notes, there was a copy of the 1962 Diamond Head plat. The plat language in her notes had been altered significantly. And I don't know if that's why she's not sitting up there, but she did not sit up there at the last meeting. We will see if she's up there at the next meeting, which is not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. All right. Now I'm going to share with you what he said. What are the grounds? Why is he being recalled? And if you are a Panama City Beach city voter, then this is where you can find out more. At Recall PCB Mayor Mark Sheldon. That's the page on Facebook. And there's also an email I'm going to share with you. But let's take a look at the language, the grounds. According to the statute, the recall petition, which you see on this page here, it has to be fewer than 200 words. This is fewer than 200 words. And it must state why. And there are 7 reasons why a municipal elected officer can be recalled. Malfeasance is one of them. Here's the wording of the petition that you can sign. They need just under 1,400. And I'll tell you what's the next step after that. And it's going to happen. Per Florida Statute 100.361, electors and elections municipal recall. The recall petition is limited to 200 words and must contain specific grounds that violate Florida statute. Following is the official text of the recall petition. Voters in the city of Panama City Beach exercise our authority under Florida Statute 100.361 to recall Mayor Mark Sheldon on the grounds of malfeasance. Number 1, Sheldon owns R&M Entertainment, LLC, Tennessee. 2, R&M presents the annual Sand Jam Music Festival in Panama City Beach. Number 3, on November 12, 2020, while he was mayor, the city entered into a 5-year facility use contract on city property with Mayor Sheldon through R&M. 4, Sheldon owns PCB Entertainment, LLC. 5, PCB Entertainment, LLC presents the annual Gulf Coast Jam Festival on city property. Now, I'm stepping away from the text for a second. I want to tell you that if you are awaiting a Gulf Coast Jam refund, Mayor Mark Sheldon owns it. He's the guy you should talk to. I'm getting a lot of messages saying I haven't gotten my refund yet. They're way late on the refund. I got to pay my bills. I recommend you go to the city council meeting, and at the beginning of the meeting where the public comments are, go up and ask him, what's the deal? You own it. You owe me money. All right, back to the recall petition. Number 5, I think I was on. The PCB Entertainment, LLC presents the annual Gulf Coast Jam Festival on city property. Number 6, the Tourist Development Council awards more than $1 million annually to Sheldon's companies to promote and sponsor Gulf Coast Jam and Sand Jam. Did you know that? Do they give your business that kind of money? Number 7, Sheldon has abstained from voting on agenda items 5 times because of conflicts arising from his private interests in these lucrative contracts. Florida Statute 112.313, Chapter 7, prohibits elected officers from maintaining or holding any employment or contractual relationship that creates a continuing or frequently recurring conflict because between their private interests and the performance of their public duties. For the above stated reasons, Panama City Beach voters hereby recall Sheldon from the office of mayor. So right now they are in the qualifying signature stage. What does that mean? I'll explain. It's a pretty simple process. It's not very difficult, and they're going to succeed. I'll tell you how you can sign it in just a moment. If you've got a honey-do list or you need some work done around the home or office, call Paul, PCB. He's licensed, insured, and he's a friend of mine. So here is the chairman of the Recall Mayor Sheldon committee. He's on day 3. This is day 3. He has 30 days to collect 1,400 signatures, which represents 10% of the voters in Panama City Beach. Here he is on Sunday. He's got the petitions are numbered. He's got number 1, and here's what he did.
Signing number 1, recall against Mayor Mark Sheldon.
That's the petition right there. And here is an email address if you'd like to email. If you'd like to email the chairman of the commission right there, that's Kurt Anderson. All right, and find out, hey, you know, how can I get with you and how can we sign the recall petition? There is the email address. Maybe you're not on Facebook or whatever. There's that. All right, I've got a few more things that I want to share with you. The protests in front of Panama City Beach City Hall on usually on Tuesdays, but what didn't happen today, and Thursday nights from 5 till 7. This Thursday night, between 5 and 7 p.m., you can sign the Recall Mayor Sheldon petition in front of City Hall, which is on the southwest corner of Highway 79, or Back Beach Road and Highway 79. You can just pull into the city parking lot, walk right through and sign it, and be part of this historic event where we're going to clean it up. Now, the race is on because the committee has 30 days to get 1,400 signatures. And as I said at the city council meeting, the race is on because I'm not sure if he'll be arrested first or if he'll be recalled first. And I am absolutely serious about that. All right, so let's see what else I have for you here. I know I had a couple of pictures I wanted to share with you. Okay, I have done that. This is the Facebook page. All right, if you're following that, let me get that off of there. So recall PCB Mayor Mark Sheldon, and you've got the email address. What have you got to say? Whoa! Holy Nikes! I'm looking at your comments right now. Okay, there's that. John Hickey, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It is, John. It is. It's good to see you, John. Wow. Lisa, Gulf Coast Jam owes you $1,500? I'm just telling you what I would do if I were you. I wish I could help you, but I can't. Maybe law enforcement can. No, this is going to be a civil matter. So what I would do if I was you, the next city council meeting is not this Thursday, but the following Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And at the beginning, there are public comments. And I know it's scary to do it, but I would just walk up there and state your name and say, Mr. Mayor, I understand that you own Gulf Coast Jam and I need my money, right? It was canceled. The city canceled it. You owe me $1,544. I've got bills to pay. Why are you late refunding this money? Thank you very much. That is the way that we get action with these people. Wow, that's just mind-blowing. Let's see. I was wondering why the city attorneys have not been told to pick who they want to represent the city, or the Port St. Joe have not been told to pick who they want to represent. I don't understand that one. No personal attacks. Yeah, that's what they like to say. They sure like to hide behind that podium, but I don't think they're going to be able to withstand the people. Not this time. All right, what else do I have to show you? Yes, it kicked off at Popeye Park, which if you've been following our story, that's pretty significant. That was a great play by the chairman, by the chairman of the recall committee. I'll be right back.
Have you received a speeding ticket for which you want no points placed onto your driving record? I'm El Saline, 850-215-0628. Let me help you.
I want to thank the Unknown Patriot as well and other sponsors of the show. If you don't know, I do not work for any of the news outlets. I'm completely independent, which is why I can tell you these things. And from what I'm hearing, people in the news, some of the anchors and reporters are not happy at all that they're unable to cover the real news. The news directors and the editors and publishers are the ones controlling the narrative. They need that money that's coming their way. But this is how you can support my efforts, and I sure could use it. You can become a patron, which is just like giving a tip every month at patreon.com/Bernie Thompson. It's easy. It's anonymous, by the way. It is anonymous, and you can quit at any time. All right, what else do you need to see? The kickoff is underway. I think I've gotten everything up here, all the information for you to see. All right. I will be protesting on Thursday night from 5 till 7. I know the recall committee will be there, the Mark Sheldon recall committee, and you'll be able to just park in the city parking lot and walk on over to say hi to us and sign a petition so we can get this place cleaned up. Who's tired of the way they condescend? Did you, by the way, after he was read the official recall petition, all they do is they all sit up there, look down their noses. Thank you very much. Are there any other questions? That wasn't a question, Mr. Mayor. That was putting you on notice. All right, let's see. Represent. Time I drive through West End, your truck is always a big white lawyer. Yep. He Gulf Coast Jam, owned by Mayor Sheldon, has a big building that they have about a block or two east of City Hall. And that's the same building that Cole Son Davis and his attorney, his law firm, they share the same building. They sit there all day. What do they talk about? What schemes do they devise? We'll find out. They don't think we will, but eventually we're going to find out. Yes, Lisa, thank you. I wish I could do more to help you on that, but I can't. Yes, that is absolutely true, Rhonda. And the entire county is under FBI investigation. A county commissioner was arrested last year by the sheriff for corruption. They're just getting started. Yep. Just want to look at some of these. All right. I will do the best I can, Brian. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna jump out of here. Thank you for being with me, and I will see you soon with more info. Oh man, do I have more information for? Oh, here's who you don't want to be at the next city council meeting. Do you want to know? Since it's just us, I'll tell you. I know that they don't watch this because they say it's irrelevant. So I know I can tell you without having to worry about them watching it. Yeah. But here's who you don't want to be. Jeff McConnell. You don't want to be Vice Mayor Jeff Angry Elf McConnell at the next meeting because he's on record in February saying that Lowwater Lake flooded during Hurricane Sally because the low water outfall was blocked. It was blocked. Then they put as the reason they need to do the underwater outfall project to pump stormwater at the end of the city pier. They put the reason for that need is because low water got flooded. Wait a minute. So the reason low water flooded is because the outfall was blocked, Vice Mayor McConnell? Well, are you neglectful? Because the city clears the outfall before every severe storm. Mayor Sheldon just said that on video recently, and everybody who works there knows it. Hurricane Sally was a pretty big rain event. So were you just neglectful? Was it something that you just overlooked? Or did the department head and project manager of the outfall project, Kelly Jenkins, or you, or Mayor Sheldon, which one of you gave the stand down order to clear the outfall? Why was the outfall blocked, Jeff? That's the question. You got to come up with a good answer, Jeff, because I'm not the only one who's going to ask you that question. What you guys did to low water. Oh, and then they said in the, after they flooded low water on purpose, first time it's been flooded like that ever. They lied in the application, said it happened frequently. It's the first time it happened because you blocked it. And then they said in the application, 21 homes were flooded, and we had to evacuate and rescue people because they were flooded. People's lawns bloated with water underneath it because you flooded it. Panama City Beach, you did that. And then you used that as a pretext to get $21 million, to swindle $21 million of HUD money. Do you really think this is going to fly? If I were you, I'd start singing now. That's my recommendation. What do you think? All right, I got to get out of here. I will see you again soon.